I found out he was cheating when my best friend's sister called, 8 weeks pregnant, his mom knew. Had been covering for them, and within days he packed his things and moved in with her like our 6 years meant nothing. I found out he was cheating when she called. Not a stranger. My best friend's little sister. Maya. 8 weeks pregnant. With my fiancé's baby. And his mother knew. The whole time. Helped them hide it. The call came on a Tuesday. 3 p.m. I was at work. Unknown number. I answered. Her voice shaking. Maya, I need to tell you something about Derek. My heart dropped. What about Derek? I'm pregnant. It's his. I'm 8 weeks. I thought you should know. The world stopped. Tilted. Collapsed. I expected Derek to deny it. To fight for me. To explain. To beg. He did nothing. Confirmed everything. Packed his things. Moved in with Maya and his mother. Within a week. Gone. Like our 6 years together meant nothing. 3 years later, they're married. Have the baby. Living in his childhood home with his mother. My best friend won't speak to me. Her family blames me for causing drama. Derek's family calls me bitter. I'm alone. Still processing. Still trying to understand how I became the villain in their love story. This is what I'm going to tell you. All of it. No softening. No excuses. No pretty language to make it sound less ugly than it is. Because I've spent 3 years replaying every moment. Wondering what I missed. How I didn't see. I'm tired of pretending it didn't destroy me. 9 years ago, I met Derek. My name is Vanessa Torres. I'm 34 now. Was 25 then. Derek was 27. Financial analyst. Ambitious. Polished. The kind of man who looked good on paper. We met through work. Same company. Different departments. Started dating after 3 months of coffee breaks and lingering conversations. It was easy. Comfortable. Predictable in good ways. Derek didn't give me butterflies. He gave me stability. And I thought that's what love looked like. My best friend was Jasmine. We've been friends since college. 10 years of friendship. Closer than sisters. Jasmine had a younger sister. Maya. 12 years younger than us. Barely 18 when Derek and I started dating. Maya was in high school. Then college. Then figuring out life. We saw her occasionally. Family gatherings. Birthday parties. Nothing significant. I didn't pay attention to Maya. She was Jasmine's little sister. Background noise in our lives. I should have paid attention. 6 years ago, Derek proposed. Rooftop restaurant. Sunset. Ring that made me cry. I said yes immediately. Called Jasmine first. Then my parents. Then everyone else. Jasmine screamed. Cried happy tears. We're going to plan the most amazing wedding. Derek's mother, Patricia, was thrilled. Welcomed me warmly. My future daughter. I'm so happy. Everything was perfect. For 6 months. Then wedding planning started. And everything shifted in ways I didn't recognize until it was too late. 5.5 years ago, wedding planning consumed everything. I wanted small. Intimate. Close friends and family. Derek wanted big. Impressive. Statement wedding. His mother Patricia kept inserting herself. Opinions on everything. Venue. Flowers. Guest list. Menu. She'd called Derek directly. Make suggestions. He'd agree without asking me. I mentioned it to Jasmine. Your future mother-in-law is a lot. She laughed. That's just Patricia. She's controlling. But she means well. I should have seen it then. Patricia didn't mean well. Patricia meant control. And Derek let her. Every single time. 5 years ago, Maya started coming around more. She transferred to a college near us. Needed help settling in. Derek volunteered to help her move. Made sense. We were family. Sort of. Almost. He spent a whole Saturday helping Maya move into her dorm. Came home exhausted. How's Maya's place? Good. Small. Typical dorm. She's excited. That's nice of you to help. Family helps family. Family helps family. I didn't know what that would come to mean. 4.5 years ago, Maya started joining us for dinners. Once a month. Then twice. Then weekly. Jasmine would come sometimes. But mostly it was Derek and me and Maya. I thought we were being nice. Welcoming. Including her. Derek was building something else. And I was too trusting to see it. Maya would text Derek. About school. About life. About nothing important. He'd respond immediately. Always. I noticed but didn't question. She's young. Needs guidance. We're helping. That's what I told myself. While he was already crossing lines I didn't know existed. 4 years ago, the affair started. I don't know the exact moment. But based on what I found later, it started 4 years ago. Maya was 21. Derek was 30. I was 29. We'd been engaged for 2 years. Wedding date set. 6 months away. And my fiancé was sleeping with my best friend's little sister. Here's what I didn't see. The late-night texts. He'd say it was work. I believed him. The extra gym sessions. He said he wanted to look good for the wedding. I believed him. The trips to help Maya with car trouble. Computer issues. Apartment problems. I believed all of it. I believed everything because I had no reason not to. Derek had never lied to me. As far as I knew. And Maya was Jasmine's sister. Family. Safe. Untouchable in my mind. That's the genius of it. They hid in plain sight. 3.5 years ago, wedding plans intensified. 4 months until the wedding. Everything booked. Deposits paid. Dress bought. I was stressed but happy. Excited. Ready to marry Derek. He seemed distant. Distracted. I thought it was wedding stress. You okay? Fine. Just work stuff. We can postpone if you need. No. I want to marry you. Just stressed. He did want to marry me. I believe that. Even now. He also wanted Maya. And couldn't choose. So he chose both. 3 years ago, Maya called me. Tuesday. 3 p.m. I was at work. Designing a presentation. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. Hello? Vanessa? It's Maya. Oh, hi Maya. Everything okay? Long pause. Heavy breathing. Then, I need to tell you something about Derek. My stomach dropped. What about Derek? I'm pregnant. It's his baby. I'm 8 weeks along. I thought you should know. The office disappeared. Sound muted. Vision tunneled. What? I'm pregnant. Derek is the father. We've been together for a year. I'm sorry. I thought you should know before the wedding. A year. They've been together for a year. While planning our wedding. Does Derek know? Yes. He knows. We're figuring out what to do. Does Jasmine know? Not yet. I'm telling her tonight. I hung up. Sat in my cubicle. Staring at nothing. Then I called Derek. He answered immediately. I need you to come home. Now. I'm in a meeting. I know about Maya. Come home now. Silence. Then, I'll be there in 20 minutes. He walked in exactly 20 minutes later. I was sitting on the couch. Waiting. Shaking. Numb. He stood in the doorway. Wouldn't look at me. I said, "Is it true?" He said, "Yes." I said, "How long?" He said, "About a year." I said, "You've been sleeping with Maya for a year while planning our wedding?" He said, "Yes." I said, "She's pregnant?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Are you keeping it?" He said, "Yes." That's the conversation. Short. Factual. Devastating. No explanations. No apologies. No emotion. Just yes. 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 I said, "Get out." He said, "We need to talk about this." I said, "There's nothing to talk about. You've been cheating for a year. She's pregnant. You're keeping the baby. What's left to discuss?" He said, "I never meant to hurt you." I said, "But you did. For a year. Every day. Get out." He said, "Where am I supposed to go?" I said, "Maya's. Your mother's. I don't care. Just get out of my house." He left. Walked to the bedroom. Packed a bag. Came back out. I said, "I'm canceling the wedding." He said, "I understand." I said, "I never want to see you again." He said, "I'm sorry." Then he walked out. Closed the door quietly. Like he was leaving for work. Not ending 6 years. No fight. No tears. No begging. Just a man with a packed bag walking out a door. I sat on that couch for 3 hours. Then I called Jasmine. She answered immediately. "Vanessa, I just talked to Maya. I'm so sorry. I had no idea." I said, "Did you know they were close?" She said, I knew Maya had a crush on him. Years ago. I told her it was inappropriate. I thought it passed. I said, it didn't pass. It turned into a year-long affair. She said, I'm so angry at her. At him. At everyone. I said, I need you right now. She said, I'm coming. She came. Held me while I cried. Stayed for 3 days. That was the last time Jasmine and I were really friends. Everything changed after that. Within a week, Derek moved in with Maya. Not into her apartment. Into his mother's house. Patricia's house. Maya moved in too. Patricia welcomed them both. I found out through social media. Someone posted a photo. Derek and Maya. At Patricia's dining table. Looking domestic. I called Derek's mother. One time. One conversation. I said, Patricia, did you know? She said, no what? I said, about Derek and Maya. The affair. The pregnancy. She paused. Then said, I suspected. I said, you suspected and didn't tell me? She said, it wasn't my place. I said, I was going to marry your son in 3 months. She said, and now you're not. Things worked out. I said, things worked out? She said, Derek is with someone who makes him happy. You should move on. I hung up. Never spoke to her again. Patricia knew. Maybe not everything. But enough. And she chose them. Helped them. Enabled them. Welcomed them into her home. The wedding cancellation was humiliating. 400 guests. Invitations sent. Venues booked. I had to call everyone. Explain. The wedding is cancelled. Derek is having a baby with someone else. Some people were sympathetic. Some were shocked. Some blamed me. What did you do to push him away? You must have seen the signs. How did you not know? I didn't know because I trusted him. Because Maya was my best friend's sister. Because I believed people I loved wouldn't destroy me. I lost the deposits. Thousands of dollars. Non-refundable. Derek offered to split the cost. I told him to go to hell. Jasmine tried to maintain our friendship. For 2 months. She'd call. Check on me. Avoid talking about Maya. But Maya was her sister. Blood. And I was the friend. Blood won. Eventually. Inevitably. Jasmine stopped calling as much. Stopped coming over. Stopped being available. I'd text. She'd respond hours later. Short answers. Distant. I said, are we okay? She said, I'm just stressed. Family stuff. I said, family stuff meaning Maya? She said, it's complicated. I said, it's not complicated. She slept with my fiancé. She said, I know. But she's pregnant. She's my sister. I can't abandon her. I said, what about me? She said, you're strong. You'll be okay. That was the last real conversation we had. 3 months after the call. Jasmine chose Maya. Her family chose Maya. Everyone chose the pregnant girl over the betrayed fiancé. Derek and Maya got engaged 6 months after their baby was born. I found out on Instagram. Ring photo. Caption, she said yes. Our family is complete. Our family. Derek. Maya. Their baby. Patricia. Comments flooded in. Congratulations. So happy for you. Beautiful family. Nobody mentioned me. The fiancé he left. The wedding he cancelled. The 6 years he threw away. I was erased. From the narrative. From their history. From existence. They rewrote the story. Now they were soulmates. Star-crossed lovers. Meant to be. And I was the obstacle they'd overcome. The mistake Derek almost made. They got married 1 year later. Small ceremony. Patricia's backyard. Just family. Jasmine was Maya's maid of honor. Posted photos. Smiling. Celebrating. My former best friend. Celebrating her sister marrying my ex-fiancé. The betrayal was complete. Total. Absolute. I unfollowed everyone. Blocked Derek. Blocked Maya. Blocked Patricia. Kept Jasmine unblocked. Couldn't bring myself to cut that final cord. She never reached out. After the wedding photos. After everything. 10 years of friendship. Gone. Because her sister got pregnant by my fiancé. People ask if I regret how I handled it. If I should have fought harder. Forgiven. Moved on gracefully. No. I handled it the only way I could. With dignity and distance. I didn't beg Derek to stay. Didn't try to compete with a pregnant woman. Didn't make it ugly. I just removed myself. Completely. Permanently. Let them have each other. And the life they built on lies. My therapist, Dr. Kim, asked me something that destroyed me. 6 months after everything. I'd been seeing her weekly. Processing. Surviving. She said, "What bothers you most? The cheating? The pregnancy? Losing Jasmine?" I thought about it. Long pause. Then said, "That everyone chose them." She said, "Explain." I said, "Derek chose Maya over me. His mother chose them over me. Jasmine chose her sister over our friendship. Everyone chose the cheaters. And I was left with nothing." She said, "Why do you think that happened?" I said, "Because she was pregnant. Because pregnancy trumps everything. Because the betrayed woman is always expendable." She let that sit. Then said, "Or because you let them go without a fight." I said, "I wasn't going to fight for a man who cheated for a year. Who got another woman pregnant?" She said, "I'm not suggesting you should have. I'm observing that you made it easy for everyone to choose them. You removed yourself so cleanly that nobody had to make a hard choice." That session broke something open. She was right. I'd been so dignified. So mature. So clean about my exit. That I disappeared without making anyone uncomfortable. Without forcing anyone to take sides. I'd made it easy for Jasmine to choose Maya. For Derek's family to welcome them. Because I wasn't there. Making noise. Demanding loyalty. Being the villain or the victim. I was just gone. And when you're gone, people forget you existed. 2 years after the breakup, I ran into Jasmine. Grocery store. Completely random. She was with Maya's son. Her nephew. Derek's child. We made eye contact. She looked guilty. Uncomfortable. Trapped. I looked at the baby. He looked like Derek. Undeniable. This is the baby that destroyed my life. This is why I lost everything. He was innocent. Beautiful. Laughing at something Jasmine was doing. I felt nothing. No anger. No pain. Just emptiness. Jasmine said, "Vanessa." "Hi." I said, "Hi." She said, "This is." I said, "I know who he is." Silence. Awkward. Heavy. She said, "How are you?" I said, "Fine." "You?" She said, "Good." "Busy." "You know." I said, "I don't actually. We don't talk anymore." She flinched. "Yeah. I'm sorry about that." I said, "Are you?" "Because you made a choice. Your sister over me. You chose her." She said, "She's my sister. She was pregnant. What was I supposed to do?" I said, "Acknowledge that what she did was wrong. Support me. Not post wedding photos celebrating her marrying my ex-fiancé." She said, "It's been 2 years. You're still angry?" I said, "I'm not angry. I'm just done. With all of you." I walked away. Left my cart. Left the store. Left that conversation. Never spoke to Jasmine again. Blocked her that night. Final cord cut. 3 years after the breakup, I'm 34. Single. No kids. Working same job. Living alone. Derek is 36. Married to Maya. They have 1 kid. Living with Patricia. Maya is 28. Stay-at-home mom. Posts constantly about her perfect family. Jasmine is 34. Still my former best friend. Still Maya's sister. Still posting family photos. Patricia is 68. Grandmother. Enabler. Still hosting all of them. Everyone moved on. Built lives. Found happiness. Without acknowledging what they destroyed. I tried dating. After 2 years. Went on apps. Met people. Tried. But every relationship hit the same wall. The story. How did your last relationship end? My fiancé got my best friend's sister pregnant. They're married now. Living with his mother. The reactions varied. Shock. Pity. Discomfort. Some guys ghosted after hearing it. Too much baggage. Too much drama. Others tried to be supportive. But the shadow of it hung over everything. I'm still not over it. 3 years later. Still processing. Still healing. Still wondering what I did wrong. Even though I know I did nothing wrong. That's what betrayal does. Makes you question everything. Even your own innocence. Derek's mother Patricia sent me a message 1 year ago. Through Facebook. I'd blocked her number but not Facebook. The message said, "I hope you found peace. Derek and Maya are very happy. Their son is beautiful. I'm glad things worked out for everyone. Glad things worked out for everyone. Like I was included in that everyone. Like my destroyed engagement. Cancelled wedding. Lost best friend. 3 years of therapy. Like all of that was part of things working out. I didn't respond. Just blocked her on Facebook too. Patricia got her son back. Got a grandchild. Got her perfect family under her roof. She didn't care that it cost me everything. As long as Derek was happy. That's what mothers do. Protect their children. Even when their children are wrong. Maya posted something 6 months ago that made me sick. Anniversary post. Her and Derek. Caption, 3 years married. Best decision I ever made. Love you forever. Comments poured in. So happy for you. Beautiful couple? Meant to be. Someone commented, didn't he used to date someone else? Maya replied, that was before he met me. Everything happens for a reason. Before he met me. Like they met after our breakup. Like I never existed. They rewrote history. Completely. Made themselves the protagonists. The victims even. Star-crossed lovers kept apart by circumstances. Finally together against all odds. And I was erased. The 6 years with Derek. The friendship with Jasmine. All of it. Deleted. Rewritten. Replaced. People tell me I should move on. It's been 3 years. Let it go. I have moved on. I have let it go. As much as possible. But moving on doesn't mean forgetting. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Doesn't mean I don't still feel the sting when I see their photos. Their happiness. Their family. Built on the ruins of my life. My engagement. My friendship. My future. I think about Derek sometimes. Not romantically. Not with longing. I think about the man who said he'd never cheat. Who called cheaters weak? Who promised to love me forever? Who planned our wedding while sleeping with someone else? Was he lying the whole time? Or did he believe it until he didn't? I'll never know. Because we never talked after that day. That conversation on the couch. Yes. 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 Gap. That was our ending. Short. Factual. Final. I think about Maya sometimes. The girl I barely noticed. Jasmine's little sister. Did she plan it? Pursue him? Or did it just happen? Does it matter? She was 21. He was 30. Engaged to someone else. She knew what she was doing. Knew who she was hurting. She did it anyway. And got everything. Husband. Baby. Family support. Acceptance. While I got nothing. Except the label of bitter ex. Woman scorned. Can't move on. I think about Jasmine most of all. My best friend. 10 years. The person I called first when Derek proposed. When anything happened. Good or bad. She chose blood over loyalty. Sister over friend. Family over right and wrong. I understand it. Logically. Maya was pregnant. Vulnerable. Family, but understanding doesn't make it hurt less. Doesn't make the loss smaller. I lost my fiancé and my best friend in the same week. Same betrayal. That's the part nobody talks about. The collateral damage. The ripple effects. Dr. Kim asked me recently, what would you say to Derek if you could? I thought about it. For a long time. Then said, nothing. There's nothing left to say. She said, what would you want him to know? I said, that he didn't just break my heart. He broke my ability to trust. To believe people. To build futures. That every relationship since has been haunted by what he did. How easily he threw me away. That I'll probably never get married now. Because I can't trust that it won't happen again. That his happiness with Maya cost me more than he'll ever know or care about. She said, and if you could say that to him? I said, I wouldn't. Because he doesn't care. If he cared, he wouldn't have done it. 3 years later, here's what I know. Derek never loved me the way I thought he did. You don't destroy someone you love. Maya never cared about our friendship or Jasmine's. She wanted what she wanted. Patricia never saw me as family. Just an obstacle to her vision of Derek's life. Jasmine valued blood over everything. I was replaceable. Maya wasn't. And I was too trusting. Too naive. Too willing to believe the best in people. That's the lesson. The brutal, painful lesson I learned. People will betray you. Then move on. Build happy lives. Never look back. While you're left picking up pieces. Wondering what you did wrong. Even when you did nothing wrong. Except trust them. I'm 34 years old. 3 years since Maya called. Since my world collapsed in a cubicle. 3 years since Derek walked out with a packed bag and never came back. Derek is married to Maya. Has a son. Lives with his mother. Rewrote history. Maya is a stay-at-home mom. Posts perfect family photos. Erased me from the narrative. Jasmine chose her sister. Stop being my friend. Celebrates their happiness. Patricia got her family back. Grandson. Son. Perfect household. Never apologized. Me? I'm alone. 3 years of therapy. Still processing. Still healing. Still stuck.